While trade friction also apparent between China and the European Union. Beijing levying tariffs of up to 35% on European brandy starting tomorrow. The decision reached after several postponements after Beijing launched an investigation last year in response to the European Union's probe into Chinese electric vehicles. The Commerce Ministry says it sees dumping as a source of substantial damage to China's brandy industry. The EU has hit back on those levies.
We believe that China's measures are unfair, we believe they are unjustified, we believe they are inconsistent with the applicable international rules and are thus unfounded.
The measure comes as top Chinese diplomat Wang Yi wraps up his European tour. The foreign minister due to hold talks with his counterpart in France after visiting Belgium and Germany. And for more, Ross Cullen joins us live from Paris. Ross, brandy now joining electric vehicles as an item of contention between China and the European Union. How could this unfold?
Yeah, that's right. This is bad news for Jean-Noël Barrot, the French foreign minister. In just a couple of hours' time, he will be hosting Wang Yi, his Chinese counterpart, for talks here in Paris, and this meeting has been preceded by that announcement by China that it's going to be focusing on anti-dumping measures targeting EU brandy. And the majority of the EU's exports of brandy to China come from in and around the French town of Cognac. And so China has said that there will be measures up to 35% levies to be imposed on French and European brandy companies unless they set a minimum price. But overall, this just means it's going to be another awkward session of diplomacy this afternoon after Wang Yi and Kaja Kallas, the European Union High Representative for Foreign Affairs, had a tense meeting on Wednesday, and also another tense meeting that the Chinese top diplomat had in Germany yesterday.
All right, Ross, it's awkward now for Mr. Wang Yi's trip to Europe. It will also be awkward, one expects, when the EU and China hold their summit in Beijing this month as well.
Yeah, that's right. 24th and 25th of July, Wei Su, meant to be the EU-China Leaders Summit. Ursula von der Leyen, the President of the European Commission, Antonio Costa, the President of the European Council, there in person for talks with President Xi of China. A two-day summit that might now be constrained to just one day as a result of these escalating tensions between Brussels and Beijing, perhaps curtailed and brought forward the ending of that summit because of the situation at the moment. Kaja Kallas on Wednesday was pushing Wang Yi on human rights, on Taiwan, on Ukraine, on cybersecurity attacks inside Europe that she says were being carried out by shadowy units online operating from China. Then there was a controversy on Thursday over rare earths in Wang Yi's meeting in Germany. And then today we're also going to see that face-to-face between Wang Yi and Jean-Noël Barrot on the very day that China has brought in these measures targeting European Union brandy. And that comes after last year the European Union signed up to tariffs on imports of China-made electric vehicles. France gave the green light to those European Union tariffs. And then you could see that reciprocal measure coming back in, the European Union saying it was retaliation by China to target brandy after the targeting by the European Union of electric vehicles. They were hoping, Brussels and Beijing, overall, that this meeting with Wang Yi throughout the past 3 days could be an opportunity for a bit of rapprochement, realignment with the upheaval that's been caused to the international economic system by the United States. But all of this that's happened in the last 3 days does mean that the situation between the two sides is actually becoming more complicated. Wei Su?
Well, thanks. We should see what happens at that summit in Beijing. Ross Cullen reporting live from Paris.